Okay, so now we want to talk about slicing a list. So about situation when we want to actually get a bigger part of a list than just one element. So yeah, let's have a look. Let's jump straight into an example. Let's have a look at a list which looks like this. We have letters from A to F. And imagine we want to get only a part of this list, namely the letters C, D, and E. How we can do it? Well, it's quite similar to accessing one element of a list. We simply tell Python where do we want to start and where do we want to end. And similarly, as with a function range, which we have already seen, remember this has an index 0, 1, so we have elements 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically we tell Python that we want to start at an element 2, so 0, 1, 2, this is this element, and we want to stop before 5. So the element with an index 5 will not be included in our output, as we can see here. We get the element with index number 2, we get element with index number 3, 4, but 5 is not included in the output. So you see how it works. We basically tell Python where to start, where to finish, and put the colon in between. So yeah, let's run this code. And yeah, let's talk about some small features and caveats of that. Well, first of all, if we take a slice of a list, it's also a list. So basically, as we can see here, type of something returned as a slice is also a list. It has a length. Since it's a list, it has a length. It works as before, so we have 3 elements, so the length is 3. And some useful features in Python. Sometimes you want to start at some element and just tell Python just go until the end. Then you can do it this way. You just don't put anything here. Then Python starts with a second element and goes just until the list is finished. Similarly, if you want to finish at some element and start at the beginning, you can do it like this. You can also start at the beginning and finish at the end. You just get the same list. You also can use negative indices. So you can tell Python, okay, I want you to finish at the second last element. So it's E. So if I start this code, I get these elements, because remember, I want to finish before this element. And of course, I can use both negative numbers. So for instance, I want to start at -5th element and finish at the -2nd. So then I get the elements B, C, and D. So yeah, this shouldn't look complicated to you. It's basically the same functionality like with accessing elements of a list. Just now you have this option to get a portion of elements, all of them at the same time. So here you have some other examples of these usages. I encourage you to go through them. And in the next video, we will talk about modifying items in a list. So thank you for your attention and see you in the next video.